Hey guys, welcome back to Crash Landing. Now since the last episode I've been sifting a bunch of sand so I could get some ancient spores, and I finally got some. So what we can do with these is actually plant these on dirt and get mycelium, and from that we can get witch water and soul sand, and we need soul sand for certain things like nether wart, and we need nether wart to actually make potions obviously and do some brewing stuff. So I'm going to show you how to do that quickly. Let's plant that. We've got the mycelium down, and if we use our watering can, that's going to help it grow really quickly. And get the last piece grown. Come on. There we go. Okay, so now all we do really is get a bucket of water, place it in a ex nihilo or ex nihilo barrel, and that's going to turn into witch water if it's on mycelium. And once that does turn into witch water, you can place a block of sand in there, and that will turn into soul sand. Really useful stuff. Obviously, you need soul sand to farm nether wart, to like place the nether wart on, and also you have to use that to sift. Ooh, let's try and find it. There we go. So you sift soul sand to get nether wart, 5% drop chance. Also, you can get gas tears and nether quartz. I think this is like the only way of getting nether quartz. I'm not too sure. There's also a small chance of getting some cobalt or ardite. So, pretty useful stuff. Oh, and you can also get mushrooms, which is really cool. So, I'm going to get a few pieces of soul sand. Probably only 8 pieces, because that's all I've got in all the water I've got in my tank there. And then I'm going to go and sift a few pieces, try and get some nether wart, and then we can actually make potions and stuff like that in the future. Okay, I'm just going to do a couple more pieces for now. This is the last one, because I've run out of water in my tank. I don't really want to use too much water. Also, you may notice that I've moved my pressure chamber. I've moved that over into the base, or the laboratory. And I'll show you that in a second. We're going to also do some other cool stuff with Pneumaticraft, and hopefully set up some of these assembly things so that we can automate PCB making, or the making of PCBs, because it does take quite a long time to do that manually. So we're going to try and automate it because it's quite a pain. Also, I've noticed that you can actually use a hopper and an ender pearl to add this vacuous modifier to your tools, and that basically makes your tool, whatever tool you use vacuous on, is going to work like a vacuum hopper. So if we throw these out and then select our tool, let's actually move away from the actual vacuum hopper and see if this works a bit better. It's kind of, yeah. That's really strange. Do we have to actually hit the block for them to come to us? That's really strange. But anyway, I think that comes from Tinker's Steelwork. So I was kind of looking in the steelworking book, because somebody said that it tells you about the golem in here, the high golem. I haven't actually, I've seen there's like a picture of him right at the end, but I haven't read through it all, so I'm not too sure if it tells you anything about the high golem. Anyway, I'll show you the strange little picture. There we go. It's just a random picture. It doesn't really say anything on it about the high golem, from what I've read anyway. So I'll read some more of that off camera. Let's sift some of this soul sand and see what we get. Hopefully nether wart. We got some nether quartz there. It'd be really cool to get some ardite or something, but they are really rare, I guess. And obviously I'll try and keep one piece back just in case we get some nether wart. We got some quartz, but I don't think we did get any nether wart. No, we got gas tier as well, but it's not really that useful. Also got 6 diamonds. Somebody said you can actually pick up the spawners with a diamond dolly. I tried to make one. I don't think it's actually in this. Like I believe it's been disabled. There's like no crafting recipe, and I tried making it, but I don't know what the crafting recipe is, so yeah. I don't think we can make that. Please give me nether wart. Oh, it did give me nether wart. Thank you. Let's actually go and get one more piece of soul sand so that we can start farming this nether wart. That'd be really cool. Then we can work on making some speed upgrades. So let's throw that in there, and let's just wait a second. So yeah, hopefully there is a way of automating this. Obviously, I know you can pump items and fluids into these barrels and out of, so hopefully there is a way of automating this so I don't have to keep standing here just to get some cobalt or ardite, because they are really useful. I'd love to get some of those to make some tools out of. At the moment I'm just using ardite. Speaking of tools, I really need to upgrade my sword or just get a better weapon. I'm thinking of making a cleaver. That's going to require a lot of materials though, so I'll work on that off camera. Possibly make that out of ardite or something. Also, I'd really love to level up my bow because it's not really that great. Okay, so yeah, also I made some blueberry pancakes, which is pretty cool. Let's just turn that into a block of quartz for now, and let's go check out the base or the laboratory. As you can see, I've used some factory blocks and I've made like an outline around it. I didn't realize that you could make these factory blocks, and they're pretty easy to make actually. Let's just search up the recipe. I think it's just smooth stone and iron, and you get like 32 a piece. You have to click on this one to get the recipe, I think, because that's the original texture. So yeah, smooth stone, 4 iron, really easy, and that'll give you half a stack. So I've made a bunch of those, changed the texture up, and I've placed them kind of like an outline around the building, I guess, just in case I dig out some dust that I'm not supposed to, and just so we don't get a cave-in of mobs. That would be really bad. Okay, so let's go inside and check out the place. So I've got my pressure chamber hooked up over here. I did actually have some problems with it. I threw a bunch of coal in here to get it building up some pressure, and left it alone and it exploded. So not great. It did actually destroy part of this wall, which was a pain, but I've rebuilt that. And I've set up this pipe coming over here so that we can set up these assembly machines over here. Also, I've got my light box and my charging station up there. Pretty cool stuff. And also, I've charged up this pneumatic helmet, which is a really, really strange thing. I have no idea how this works, but we got it from the city. If we put it on, it does this really cool, really strange thing. Apparently we can install loads of updates like coordinate trackers and stuff like that. Really strange. But yeah, it looks really cool as well. We get this green eye patch, almost like we're a robot or a cyborg. I love it. I might actually look into making some more of this pneumaticraft armor. But for now we'll just stick with regular stuff. Okay, so I believe there's only one more thing. Well, 2 more things we need to make to set up this automated PCB thing. So if we check the quest book and go to under pressure, it's this quest up here, so assembling circuit boards. We still need an assembly controller and assembly laser. So we're going to make those. I think I might have to go back over there to make them, to get some stuff from over there, but let's see. Let's just search up assembly. So we need a laser. Printed circuit boards. I know I've got a few of these. I've got 3 there, so that's not hard. These pneumatic cylinders are quite a pain though. Rain plants and cannon barrels. Wow. Okay, I'm going to need a lot of rain plant plastic. Have we got any in here? No. Do I have rain plant seeds? I should. I definitely should have some of those. Let me go see if I can locate those. Also, let's check out the controller. Oh, that's really easy to make. I can make that right now, actually. So let's make the controller because we can. Just like that, and I believe it had a tube. Okay, so controller. And I'm going to put the controller here. This should connect to it. Thank you. And also we can connect it up there as well, but I won't do that just yet. Let's eat some blueberry pancakes. Cool. Now, what do we need? I'm definitely going to need some more compressed iron. I think I put some in here. Yeah, I did. Cool. Also, might need to turn some of these into proper finished circuit boards. So I believe this is actually shapeless crafting, so it doesn't matter how you put them in like that. There we go, we've got a few more circuit boards. Let's put these back in the chest. Okay, so I'm going to work on making a few of these, and I'll be right back. How many? Yeah, I only really need one more circuit board, but I need a bunch of brain plant seeds, so 6 per thing. I'm going to need at least 12 of those and 3 cannons. Okay, so that's quite a lot of work. So I will be right back once I've got that made and we can set this up. And this stuff is so cool. It's like automating and all the machines like move around. Oh, it's so cool. I'll show you in a second, guys. So I'll be right back once I've got the stuff to make the laser. Okay, I've got pretty much everything we need, especially to make these pneumatic cylinders. We can make 3 of those. Put those like that. In fact, let's try and just shift-click the laser in there. Cool, now we have a laser. And if we check our quest book, we can actually claim this reward now. So we get the laser program, which we're going to need to actually get this started. So let's claim that, and let's actually read it. So lay out the machines in a square. The 2 I/O units at the top left and right, the laser at the bottom left, and the platform to the right of that. So let's lay that out first before we read any more. So the 2 I/O units at the top left and right, platform bottom right, and the laser just here. I'm not too sure if that has to actually be facing inwards. It didn't change whatsoever, okay? And I think the chest has to be actually north of these I/O units. I tried setting it up over here, and I realised that they actually have to be facing north. So I changed it around, put it over here. Let's go read some more. Place the chest directly north of either I/O unit, and the controller touching any side of the square. We've got the controller set up properly. You'll need to right-click one of the I/O units with a pneumatic wrench to set it to output. It will turn blue. Supply the controller with pressurized air and the laser program provided, and you are good to go. Okay, so we need to give this controller the laser program, sorry. Okay, and we need to set one of these guys to be output. I believe the one that's hooked up to the chest has to be blue, so I'm going to change this one. No, will it not let me change that? Okay, oh man, it's so slow at building pressure as well, so I guess I'm going to have to take a quick break anyway to let this guy build up some pressure before it even thinks about working. Okay guys, so I'm sure you realised what I was doing wrong there. It says you need to use a pneumatic wrench, and I was trying to use a crescent hammer, so obviously that's not going to work. You need to use a pneumatic wrench, so you just right click with that and you can get input or output. We need 1 output, 1 input, and I believe the input needs to be next to the chest. And also, if you go into here, you're actually going to need to get it into this green, so it needs to be at least, or between 4 and 5, or 3.5 and 5 bars of pressure for it to actually work. So stand by, we have no red mark anymore, so we should be good to go. All we need to do is place our empty PCBs in here, and this should start working. I want to get a good little seat, a nice little vantage point, so I can take some screenshots, because this is one of the coolest things I've seen. Like, I did a little test of this, and it is amazing. So let's put a empty PCB in there, and this guy is going to start working and picking it all up. And this is so cool. I've never seen a mod with such cool stuff in it. Like, it's amazing. These machines like have a mind of their own. They're just going to work, and the input guy will take the PCB out of the chest, put it in the assembly platform, and then the laser is going to etch it for us. So cool. So cool. So yeah, it's pretty simple. We may have to actually get started on making this, let's go back, making this, what's it called, a kinetic compressor, because just so that we can get an easier source of compressed air, because this guy is not the most reliable thing in the world, and it just started burning fuel again, which means this is probably going to blow up quite soon. It's already blown up once today. I don't really want it to do it again, so I may have to release some pressure in a second. I don't believe this is actually going to use pressure to make this stuff, so I may actually have to put some things inside to lower the pressure. Anyway, this is the coolest thing ever. So has it finished already? No way. I didn't even get to see it work. It's so quick. We can also put upgrades in this, like speed upgrades. I need to get some more nether wart before I can make myself any more speed upgrades. Let's watch it do another one. That's so quick. Obviously, we still have to make like we still have to make the transistors and the capacitors. So that's kind of a problem. Yeah, this is getting really pressurized. Let's throw some squid plant seeds in there and try and bring that down. Set the filter to plastic. Nope. There we go. Quickly before it all blows up again. So yeah, these pressure chambers opening and closing are going to actually, or the interfaces opening and closing are actually going to lower the pressure a little bit. So this is so cool. Look at the little laser. That is the coolest thing ever. That is so cool. So yeah, that has made my life a hell of a lot easier. I no longer have to spend hours putting things in and out of this guy just to make a few circuit boards. This thing will just do it for us. Obviously, we still have to make the transistors and capacitors, like I said. Kind of a pain, but it's definitely a lot easier than having to do the entire process by hand. So, I don't believe we've got any others that need making. We've pretty much got quite a lot of these actually. I just need to start making these into machine frames and start thinking about making some more machines and stuff. So is this going to be safe? I'm actually going to take the coal out of here because I don't... Oh, I already have. I don't trust this thing. It's already blown up once and that would not be pleasant. If it blew up now, I'd probably have quite a few creepers come running at my face. So I don't really want that. Okay, so let's check the quest book again. I guess let's go... Still need a bunch of nether wart to make that. Congratulations. Cool. Technological revolution. Okay, so I think the next thing I want to make or get onto making is an auto spawner. And obviously these anvil and enchanter stuff as well, but mainly this auto spawner. So if I... you may have noticed there's an elevator here. If I go down here... I've actually been working on something, so originally I was just going to have this as a grinder room, but I realised it's far too close to the surface, so nothing really spawns in here while I'm over here. It does, if I go over to my, to the crashed ship, stuff will spawn in here, mostly bats, which is kind of a pain, but we do get a bunch of different stuff spawning in here. As you can see, I've got quite a few things collected already. And pretty cool. We've got some potatoes as well. That's nice. I may actually filter some of these bows out because you get so many bows and they're really useless. So yeah, let's check out the inner workings. Pretty simple, just exactly what I had set up over there. I just moved it to over here. So we've got fluid going into the reactant dynamo, and obviously a item duct that is saying whitelisting gunpowder, so only gunpowder can go in there. Pretty cool, pretty simple. This thing is pretty much full of mob essence already as well, so what I'm going to do is dig out underneath a bit and actually put the auto spawner, once I've made it, in the middle of here so that we can put stuff in there, because I don't think auto spawners really matter like how close you are to them. As long as there's a dark space for it to spawn mobs, it will spawn them. Also, I've got an on-off switch up there. Let's just show you that. So if I F7, nothing can spawn in there. So hopefully it doesn't, even when we've got an auto spawner in there. Let's just, yeah. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I may actually also dig out like another level down, another basement sort of level, and actually have another one of these, but just regular. So no auto spawner, just a box with a grinder, just killing anything that goes in there. Mainly for mob essence, because we're going to need the mob essence for the creating life tasks. We're going to need a lot of mob essence, so that's pretty much all I'm going to have that making or using. And up here I can just pick and choose what mobs I want to kill or what mobs I want to spawn. Mainly, I think I'll mainly be using Enderman or skeletons and zombies. You can get quite a lot of different stuff from zombies, like iron and food and stuff like that, obviously. So that's really cool. I was hoping to maybe make some more machines in this episode, but I'm not sure if we're going to actually have time. So I could possibly make like 3 machines. But yeah, it's going to take quite a while. I don't think I'll be able to get onto that in this episode, so I'll get some of the stuff ready for the next episode. Hopefully we can also set up the auto spawner, and I should probably set up the auto enchanter down here as well, so that the mob essence doesn't have to travel miles and miles. We can just have it come over here and have an enchanting setup just here. That'd be pretty cool. I need to go and get some water because I'm running really low. And I think we could... Ooh, is that... That's an invisible spider. That is quite scary. Okay, so let's get some water and I'll go for a quick fly around the base just so that we can see it. Actually, no, we don't really need to fly around the base. I think you guys have already seen it, but I would like to kill that spider. So let's put that on. Let's get our hand glider out. Also, in the next episode, I might try and work on making a new sword. I desperately need a new sword. Copper is no good anymore. It's really not powerful at all. It's really weak actually. Oh, it seems the invisible spider is coming for me. Where did he go? Whoa! I saw him up there. There he is. Hey, dude. Whoa, where'd he go? Where did he go? This is dangerous. It's really hard to see that guy. Whew. Okay, we've got him. Also, I'm going to try and move my smeltery inside as well, so I have my smeltery and stuff in the other room over there. May even try and expand some more of the building, not too sure. Whoa, I need to stop falling off the stupid thing. Okay, so we're going to go for a quick little glide around the base just so you can get a good idea of what it looks like. Also, shifting with the hand glider gives you a massive, massive speed boost. So cool. That is so cool. Also, we should probably check out the chests. I've got loads and loads of stuff in those chests. I need to actually move it over to the base. Uh-oh. Okay. So yeah, this is where I've got the mob spawner. This is basically where I've got some redstone for the lights to control on and off. This is quite dangerous, actually. Stupid creeper. Oh, what do we get? +1 fire aspect. No way. Look at the sword. That is cool. Now we got fire aspect on our sword. Man, I love iguana tweaks. Let's go and take out a skeleton. Hey, buddy. Whoa. That is quite a powerful bow you've got there. Okay, so also there's a task in Basic Survival which I'd like to get completed quite soon. Making a killing. So we actually have to kill 40 skeletons, 25 spiders, 20 creepers, and 10 endermans. So I'm going to work on that as well in between episodes. And then we'll get a zinc core. I believe that's the only one that's really worth picking out of those, I think. and a spammer rocket launcher. Amazing. I can't wait to kill stuff with the rocket launcher. That would be so fun. So let's take a quick look in the chests. Wow. Bunch of stuff. We even got a slime ball from that. That's crazy. And iron. Loads of different enchanted armor as well. That's really cool. I need to actually get the auto anvil or the auto disenchanter or something set up. What the hell? An unbreaking X flint and steel. I have never seen that before. Let's take a look at the other chest. Loads of ender pearls, more glistering melon. There's some pretty cool enchantments on these as well, like Last Stand and Unstable. Wow. So yeah guys, that's probably all we've got time for in this episode. I'm going to have to get inside before it gets dark. For the next episode, I'm going to try and work on moving some stuff into our base. And also setting up some more machines. Like, I'd love to get the auto spawner set up for the next episode. Then we'll have tons and tons of loot coming in, and loads of mob essence as well from our grinder and stuff. And I'll also try and dig out some more space down in the basement and try and get another level to make another random mob spawner, just spawning pretty much everything and killing it. I think that'll be quite useful. So yeah, that's pretty much all we got time for in this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to leave a like. It really helps me out. Thanks for watching as always guys, and I'll see you next time.